Now on to IPL, the Indian Premier League. Chennai are looking like a lean, mean machine. They did not just beat Gujarat last night, they basically pulverized them. There are a few observations from that game that I'd want to bring out here. To set all of this up though, we have to speak about change. It's inevitable, but not the easiest to handle or negotiate. Chennai and captaincy has always had just one name attached to it, that of MS Dhoni. So when MS decided to hand that over to Ravindra Jadeja some years back, it massively backfired. Few things that possibly affected that. One, the handover happened in the middle of the season. So basically the sync was all off. And it was with a set of players who have only known to follow the MS way of things, the MS leadership. It still had many of the seniors, plus we are on the outside, and Jadeja himself would admit that some, maybe grudgingly, that Jaddu was not cut out for this, and probably it was all too sudden too. MS learned from that episode, and I say MS particularly because it is his decision after all. In every franchise, captaincy is a united call of the franchise. All franchises, of course, barring CSK, because in that setup, MS has the say. It's not dictatorship as much as the trust and respect that the franchise has put on him. It's a given, done deed. So with Ruturaj Gaikwad taking over, the move was premeditated, planned. It took a while coming. There was a proper mentorship in place, not just because of the bust-up that the Jaddu captaincy handover was, but also because MS is MS. The franchise, this team, it's his baby. And when he's giving that ownership up, it will have to be in the way now that he knows there will be little chance for anything to go wrong. So who is the real captain? Now, I've spoken to a few around the team, a few key observers in the setup and outside too. And many say that Ruturaj is learning and getting there, and somehow MSD for now is giving him that freedom. However, it is MS, and when he's around, there is no doubt that he's the true leader. As Deepak Chahar, of course, aptly said in an interview and asked who he looks to between deliveries for field changes or otherwise, and he says earlier it was only MS, but now he has to see both Ruturaj and MSD. So MS cannot stop being captain even if he wished to. Some of the former CSK players who've, of course, turned commentators now also said quite cheekily that how can MS not be taking the shots or calling the shots here behind closed doors? The larger plan is his. But maybe this season is as much as it is about Ruturaj learning the ropes as it is also about MS trying to let go, because that is tough. It is tough for anyone with the legacy to leave behind, and tougher for someone of MS's nature. Here's the other thing that was new. CSK bowled 18 overs of pace. Pace bowling at the Chepauk for the very first time, 18 overs. 4 pacers in the ranks, and 5 rather, in the ranks of Deepak Chahar, Tushar Deshpande, Mustafizur Rahman and a fit Matisha Patirana, and of course, Daryl Mitchell, who came in to bowl a couple. Ravindra Jadeja, the only proper spinner in the ranks, bowled only 2 overs. The most shocking un-CSK-like thing, which is pretty much the theme to the season. CSK like you have not seen them before. No MS at toss, no spin trio at Chepauk, troubling the batters. And here's the thing, despite 18 overs of pace, more than the number of overs of pace that Gujarat bowled, Gujarat still managed to get fined for slow over rate. And how did Chennai manage to evade that? You had to see it to believe it. After every over, every single person on the field, without confusion or being prodded or ordered, went and ran to their marks, to their positions, and got ready for the next over within 25 seconds. It happened like clockwork, like it was discussed and planned. A side that is completely transformed from that daddy's army that won them a 2018 comeback edition to a young brigade led by Shivam Dube, Rachin Ravindra, Samir, Manik, Rizvi, who thumps Rashid Khan with a 6 of the very first delivery he faces in international cricket, and of course a young pace bowling unit. Barring a few seniors in Ajinkya Rahane, of course Ravindra Jadeja himself and MSD, this young CSK side with a young captain at the helm is a completely new look 11. It is so un-CSK, and yet it works. And here's the thing, it's all great when the team is winning and all going according to plan, but sport is not like that. It's unpredictable, it's reactive. It's so much about the uncontrollables, the opponents. So the real question is, how will it be if and when the losses come? And they will come in a tournament as long as the IPL. Will the cool and calm remain, or will that lead to some unrest? Speaking of unrest, let's preview the big one coming tonight, Hyderabad versus Mumbai. Both teams lost their matches to tight finishes. Hyderabad to Kolkata and Mumbai to Gujarat. But the big talking point remains Hardik Pandya. Hardik faced a massive backlash while captaining his new side against his old team in Ahmedabad, the city he belongs to. And that would have been difficult for anyone to face. The great thing, though, right after that loss was to see all the Mumbai Indian players, including Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya, come out and celebrate the festival of Holi together. Everyone was seen in great spirits, and that was good to see. The important thing is to move right on, and this game here in Hyderabad will be a new one. First of all, surprise, surprise, Hyderabad and home advantage has not been a thing. They've lost 7 of their 8 home games last season. For Mumbai, Suryakumar is still out and unavailable for the game. We won't see too many changes in both teams. My pick for the match for Hyderabad, I'm going to go with Aiden Markram. He's under the heat, he's facing the heat, and delivering at home would be the perfect way to kickstart his own campaign. For Mumbai, I'm tempted to persist with Ishan Kishan despite all that's going against him. But giving confidence to a player who's down is massive, and that can really result in the best outcome. But as an alternate, Tilak Verma. I give Mumbai the edge here. Sure, Hyderabad looked pretty good in the last game, and Mumbai has seen losing streaks at the start of their IPL campaigns, but this one is to get their new captain's campaign back on track, because the best moments happen when you're pushed to a corner. So maybe that's what Hardik Pandya will be telling himself. So translating that on the field is what we will hopefully see today.